Hi everyone, and welcome to Lesson 5 in our class. It's starting to get very real this week, starting to give real speeches and do everything, so I hope that's actually enjoyable. It's not just reading, but actually getting the meat of the course. So a big theme of this week is practice. So you are going to be given your first speech, doing your first complete outline, but these are practice ones. So you're going to get a lot of feedback from your classmates, from me, and then you won't end up giving your final version that's graded until week 7. So you'll get a couple weeks to get the feedback on them. So just don't panic too much. There is a lot to do this week, but hopefully that helps just a little bit to know that it's more in the theme and the idea of practice as you go throughout this week. So our main objectives, is kind of things you've been working on. So once again, it's finding resources, 5 good quality sources to use in your informative speech, and to write out your outline and then deliver the informative speech, your first draft of the informative speech, and then watch others in your group and give feedback. So that's the main objective, what you're going to do. There is still a little bit of reading this week to start off. You're almost done. I think one more week, and then you'll kind of have the textbook read and be ready to start using all those skills. So there are 3 sections, which are really good sections when you think about what you're going to be doing this week. So preparing, delivering, and informing. That's what you're doing this week. So those chapters will give you a lot of good idea. And then there are a couple samples for you, maybe just to give you a model to follow. Now these are audio files, and you'll be doing video, but listening to these speeches should give you a good idea of maybe the kind of quality you're seeking for to get to. That helps. So listen to those and read those chapters. That's kind of all your preparation material. And then as usual, you have your quiz that's open book, just to ensure that you've comprehended the important parts of the reading. They'll be there. So make sure you get that done. And then you're ready for the outline. And so you did an outline already, and that was just with your introduction and your conclusion. And this week you're doing the entire speech, outlining it. This will really help a lot when it comes to delivering the speech. And these are pretty detailed. If you want, so there's a couple examples here that you can look at from previous students, and just take a look at them and notice the level of detail. So this isn't just a little minor 3 bullet points, I'm done. This is a very well thought out level of detail about outlining the entire talk. The book gave you some information about this as well. But here's a couple examples you can view. So hopefully that's helpful to let you know kind of expectations on that. And then just make sure as you post your own and then you give feedback to everyone else's outlines, these are the 4 questions you need to be asking. Do they use the 5 sources? Are they there? Is it well organized? How's the introduction? And just give them general feedback. What's effective and less effective about their outline? It's worth 50 points because it is a bigger project. So make sure you put in sufficient time to be able to do that. This is due on Friday as well. One of the due dates shows a Tuesday deadline, but the actual thing is due on Friday. So hopefully that helps. Okay, and then once as per usual, you have to post yours first, and then you'll be able to see others. So you'll post your own outline and then give feedback to each of your group members. And then, the moment you've been waiting for, you get to give your first full-on speech, practice version, right? First draft. And it can be no longer than 10 minutes. That's critical. I would also say not shorter than 8. So really aim for that sweet spot between 8 to 10 minutes on this speech. Use your outline. Don't read it word for word, but use it to guide your thoughts on that. And once you post it to your group, then you're going to, once again, as usual, give feedback. And so these questions down here will help guide your feedback to each other. It's important to note it's up here just saying, hey, good job, or you're awesome. That's a nice thing to say, but it doesn't really help anyone improve their speaking ability. So you got to give really concrete feedback, including correction, ways that they can improve. So just once again, look at the introduction, look at the organization, their pace, their quality, everything about that. That's what you're going to be looking at. And then please note here that when it comes time for me to grade, this is going to be the breakdown of this. So I'll be looking at intro, conclusion. I'll make sure you've got your specific points, make sure you're using your 5 supporting sources, and that your style is smooth and professional. So gives you, so there's no surprises there, how those are going to be graded. And once again, it's first go, so it's not worth as many points. this time. Okay? So once you do that, you'll post that to your group discussion board, and like I said, give feedback. By now, that hopefully is a pretty familiar pattern for you to do that. So, and once you do that, the last thing you gotta do, as usual, participation quiz. Just mark your efforts for the week. So anyways, it's a lot of work, but I hope it's clear, not too confusing of what you're doing, and I once again hope it's all becoming a lot more familiar to you. So let me know after you watch this, anything that was unclear, and I'll be happy to help you.